Throughout the process of making my film opening and blogging, I have used many different and new technologies. I will now be evaluating the different technologies I have used and the ways in which I have made my work media rich. One of the main new technologies I have used was Prezi, which I had never used prior to my media blogging. Prezi has been a really helpful way of presenting my research and posts onto Tumblr in a media-rich way rather than bulks of writing. When I first began to use Prezi, my posts were very simple. However, I have now been able to learn over a period of time how to embed videos from YouTube and from my phone. I then learned how to upload my Prezis to Tumblr. Animoto is another website which I use to present my work. I used Animoto to create small videos of mainly pictures with little writing. I presented my dream cast, the jobs in my film opening, iconic images from the thriller genre, and how I created Enigma in our opening sequence. With this website, you could pick a theme and music would be played with it to fit the theme, or you could add your own. The only disadvantage was that the videos could only be up to 30 seconds, or you would have to pay for a longer membership. I have used my phone for a lot of my media blogging by taking pictures in class of mind maps, planning and research, and also pictures whilst editing, which I have uploaded to Tumblr. By using my phone to upload my photos, it was an easy piece of technology as I could use it anywhere and at any time. For my editing of my film opening, we used iMovie on the Mac computers at school. When editing my prelim, it was my first time using the software, therefore I didn't know a lot of the functions of it offered, so the editing on the preliminary task was very basic. When it came to editing my final product, I was more familiar with it, and I was able to use a lot more things I hadn't previously. For example, splitting clips, deleting them, adding music, cutting out sound, and adding effects. I use eDraw to create a spider diagram for what an opening should have consisted of and a review for my prelim task. I use this as it was a good way to present a range of ideas about one topic and in a more media-rich way. When creating my collages, I use Photo Collage to make them. I use this for my production companies and pictures from the thriller genre. This was a good and could add lots of pictures to make one and also add text. However, a disadvantage was you could only have a maximum of 13 images per collage. I have used social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter for my film opening. I created a Facebook for one of our characters, Freya Crooks, which we use in our film opening. I also use Facebook again and Twitter to get audience feedback when I posted my film openings for people to comment their thoughts. For my audience research, I used IMDb, which was really helpful as I was able to look at films from the thriller genre and see reviews, ratings, and averages of the genders and ages of the audience, which helped us when picking our certificates for our film. I did a review of an AS prelim task on Meta. This was a good way as I could embed the prelim task from YouTube to the presentation and add transitions to the writing to make it more interesting. I use Kazoa to create a storyboard because it is a website where you can create moving slideshows. For this, I used post-it notes for my opening sequence and took pictures of them, which I then uploaded to Kazoa. It allowed you to add any of your images as backgrounds and their images, which they had over 200 pictures of. I used this for my thriller history research as well. I used Polyvore to create an outfit that the main character would wear in my opening sequence. It was useful as it had lots to choose from and we was able to get the outfit just right. Wordle is another website I have used to create a picture with lots of words that can relate to a topic. I use this for codes and conventions of thrillers and coming of age films. I used Impressa to review a talk we went to see by Lisa Byra. This was a good way to present it as it made a slideshow with pictures I had took and text. I downloaded an app called iMovie app on my phone, which was able to make a mini video by picking a theme which would add pictures of your own. I used this to show the planning of our film opening and use pictures of our timelines, spider diagrams and storyboards. I use YouTube to embed videos onto my Tumblr and onto my choice of presentation websites, for example Prezzies. I embedded videos such as our soundtrack for the opening and my director's film trailer. I also uploaded my own videos such as my preliminary task, director's commentary and final product, and an interview. The only problem with YouTube is the time it takes to upload a video, which can take a couple of hours. Tumblr was a very good website to present my blog on, as you can upload almost anything with the functions at the top. The only disadvantage was the fact that you can only upload a title with your post if it was a text post. This was a problem, as with pictures and videos you could not add titles. The main advantage was that the website was very accessible because I had downloaded the app onto my phone and used it on the computer, meaning I could blog anywhere. Splice was a very useful app that I used a lot throughout my blog. You was able to add photos and videos and record a voiceover all on your phone. The only disadvantage was that each picture could only show for a maximum of 10 seconds. Lastly, I used Photoshop, which I created my production company logos on. It was very useful as we could get a basic image from Google and then manipulate it to make our own.